Hi, welcome back to the Summer Rain channel. Today we're making delicious looking soaps. So we have a melt and pour truffle soap with a drizzle on top and some Dead Sea salt. The fragrance that I went with is a chocolate and toffee and a champagne, which smells absolutely amazing together. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I do post a new video every week. I also put a link to my blog on there. If you want to go check it out, feel free. Without further ado, let's go ahead and make our truffle melt and pour soap. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead, cut up our melt and pour soap, pop it into a microwave safe container. This is 1.5 ounces. We're going to go ahead, we're going to pop it in the microwave. We're going to put it in for 15-second intervals until it is fully melted. Go ahead, add your champagne fragrance oil, and then give it a good mix. Now let's set this off to the side. So grab your silicone mold and go ahead and pour your soap. Remember, after you pour, spray with rubbing alcohol. That's going to pop the bubbles on top. We're going to go ahead and set the rest of your melt and pour off to the side. We are going to use it again. You are going to want to grab another microwave safe container and put 1.5 ounces of melt and pour soap. Same thing, let's go ahead and heat it in the microwave in 15-second intervals. The fragrance oil that I'll be using for this one is a chocolate and toffee. Smells amazing. And we're going to go ahead and add some mica powder. I have a brown cappuccino that I'm going to add. And we'll just go ahead and mix this up. Sometimes melt and pour and mica don't want to mix, so to break the surface tension, just go ahead, spray it with some rubbing alcohol, and then it'll mix up better for you. Set this off to the side for a second. We'll just go ahead, pour this into our mold. Spray with rubbing alcohol. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to set the rest of our melt and pour soap off to the side as we are going to use it again for the drizzle, and we're going to allow our truffles to cool completely. All right, these have cooled completely, so we will pop them out of the mold. What we're going to do first is we're going to do the chocolate truffle with a pink champagne drizzle. I have the melt and pour soap that we used earlier with the champagne fragrance oil already in it. We're going to go ahead and heat it up, add some pink mica powder to it, and then go ahead and drizzle our truffles. Let's go ahead, add our mica powder. Give it a good mix. It smells so good. Set this off to the side for a second. So when you're doing this, you have to move so quick. So what we want to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to spray the truffle with rubbing alcohol, drizzle a little bit of the melt and pour soap, and then quickly grab some of the Dead Sea salt to put it on top. So you have to move quickly because you don't want this to harden. If at any point you need to reheat it, absolutely throw it in the microwave for a few seconds. The reason why we spray it with rubbing alcohol is this is like the glue that holds the two melt and pour soaps together. Without it, sometimes you get some separation. So go ahead, spray your truffle. Grab some melt and pour soap. Just drizzle it on there. Quickly grab some Dead Sea salt. And one truffle's done. Let's go ahead and do the next. Spray it. Grab our melt and pour soap, do a drizzle, quickly Dead Sea salt it. Now we're going to allow this to cool. Oh. So when you drizzle it, sometimes you're going to get weird soap blobs. You can kind of just cut them off with your nail. And there is our first truffle. And there's the next one. We're going to do the same thing with the white truffles. We're going to do a chocolate drizzle over top of it. So it'll be champagne and chocolate. Let's go ahead. We're going to take the brown melt and pour soap that we used earlier, heat it up, and then come back. So again, you need to move really quick when you're doing this. So spray your truffle with rubbing alcohol. Get your melt and pour soap. Drizzle it on. Add some Dead Sea salt. And let's do the next one. Rubbing alcohol. Drizzle our soap. And add the Dead Sea salt. We'll allow that to cool for a minute. And then the weird soap blobs, just kind of take it off with your fingers. You could also use a knife or something if you wanted to. And there's your truffles. Hope you enjoyed the video.